Man, I'll tell you what, YouTube has a strong stacking community. And for those of you who aren't down with the lingo yet, stacking just refers to people who accumulate and hold a collection of precious metals. And stackers, look, I'm with you. I stack myself. In fact, I just released a video of me unboxing $50,000 worth of American Gold Eagles that I bought in November to add to my collection. So I'm all for buying physical precious metals and stacking. And this is a big but, I worry for some of my fellow stackers. I worry that you're so focused on stacking and you're so loyal to the movement of stacking, I guess we could say, that you're missing out on a boatload of opportunities to maximize your wealth. And I think a lot of people in the stacking community just hear things from other stackers and kind of follow suit. For example, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. I'll get to that statement in a second, but I just want to give you a different perspective. And this perspective is from someone that has built wealth from the ground up. I was a totally broke heroin addict through most of my 20s. And then since then, I've done over $100 million in sales online, and proper investing has been a big part of building my wealth. I don't say that to brag, right? That's the last thing I'm here for. I really don't care much what people think of me these days. I say that so you know where the perspective is coming from. By the way, make sure you subscribe as long as you don't mind hearing advice from an old junkie. So with that said, I want to talk about investing in general, but specifically, I want to compare buying physical precious metals versus a precious metals IRA. And the precious metals IRA, or more commonly known as the gold IRA, gets a lot of hate from the stacking community. And a lot of that goes back to, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And look, I understand that statement. I get it. I understand the history, the distrust of paper assets, the elimination of counterparty risks, the privacy, the control, the liquidity, even the psychological comfort of being able to touch it or caress it like some of you weirdos. All of these things are reasons why I have a good amount of physical precious metals, but I also have a lot in a precious metals IRA. And there's going to be people that come and comment and they tell me I'm an idiot because if you don't hold it, you don't own it. The stacker community is very passionate, and I love that. But a lot of stackers let their passion greatly reduce their wealth. I love having stacking as a portion of my portfolio. And let me tell you something. My wealth has primarily been built by investing in things that I can't physically hold. And doing so has allowed me to stack a whole lot more than 99% of the rest of the stacking community. And then I have all of my other assets on top of my stacking inventory. I'm going to get into specific details, but I wanted to just point this out to try to break this kind of stigma that a lot of the stacking community has. If you're putting all of your money into stacking precious metals, you are really doing yourself a major disservice if you're interested in growing your wealth. But I'm going to help you understand how to grow your wealth much quicker so then you can put more money into your stacking. So when it comes to investing, advice is going to be different based on your income and your expenses and your overall access to investment money. But the main principle still holds true that if you're putting all of your investment money into stacking, you are not growing your wealth like you could. And actually, if you're putting all of your money into any asset class and just leaving it there, you are making a major mistake. And things like stocks, real estate, and crypto have made me a boatload of money. And none of these things you can necessarily hold. Maybe real estate, kind of, but not stocks or crypto, which is where I've made most of my investment money. And of course, some people are going to argue and they're going to say, if you don't hold it, you don't own it motto is for precious metals. It doesn't go for other assets. Fair, but I want to break that stigma too. Since we are specifically comparing physical precious metals to the gold IRA, let me show you a chart here. So this is a look at an example hypothetical portfolio from the 2008 crash. Portfolio 1 has 100% stocks. With $300,000 in, the value was down to about half at $153,000. Portfolio 2 had 70% stocks and 30% precious metals IRA. With $300,000 in, the value was up to about $434,000 after the crash. Now, Portfolio 3 had 50% in stocks and 50% in a precious metals IRA. Now, with $300,000 in, the value over doubled to about $622,000. And I think this this is the perfect way to show the value of the gold IRA. And obviously, this all goes back to it depends on your situation. If you're someone with a lower income and no 401k, a gold IRA makes absolutely no sense for you. But if you're someone with a higher income and or a 401k you've accrued over the years, why would you not look into gold IRAs? Especially right now. Stocks made a fantastic run from around 2008 to 2021. And stocks have a very specific history. They go on bull runs for a while. They then have fake out rebounds, which you can see in the orange circles. And then they drop a ton, which is obviously the red. We are at the point where they are likely to drop a ton. So I don't understand why in God's name anyone would leave all their money in the stock market right now when all signs are pointing to a major downturn. Actually, I do understand it. It's because 15 years of good gains have got people comfortable and they've got people confident in stocks. But that's another story. And this isn't just based off the technical chart you just saw. It's way too long to cover in this video, but all the money printing over the last 15 years has artificially inflated the stock market and it's about to burst. Take that money and run. Or better yet, take a portion of that money, roll it into a precious metals IRA and make out like a bandit while everyone else watches their portfolio dwindle. And look, investing 101. Once stocks bottom out and precious metals skyrocket, roll the gold IRA funds back to your stocks while they're way down. Stop getting stuck on one concept. Stop getting comfortable in one asset class and just staying there. Even people not in the precious metals niche do the same thing. Actually, most people do the same exact thing, especially in stocks. Stocks and traditional 401k investing is what they believe in because it's what they were taught and it's what their financial advisor tells them to do, so they just stay in stocks. Especially since they've been doing well for a while now. Again, they're comfortable and they're confident in them. And admittedly, I did this for a long time. Getting out of this comfort zone is where all the magic happens. All asset classes go through cycles. Understanding those cycles is the key. Investing at the bottom, selling at the top. And when you sell at the top of one asset, you buy at the bottom of another asset. It's really that simple. Now, knowing the times to do so isn't as easy, so make sure you subscribe and Tim and I will help you determine when those times are. And look, if you're someone who's interested in a gold IRA, the company that both Tim and I use ourselves is in the description below. They are absolutely awesome. They guide you through the whole process. They handhold. If you've never done it, they'll take you all the way through. And they offer a 100% free kit to help educate you on the whole thing. And at the very least, I recommend you get the kit and educate yourself. And if you want to use a different company, all good, do you, but get educated. So, my stackers, when I mention that I have a precious metals IRA and you say that I am a paper gold guy, no, I am a let's get this money guy. I am a guy who understands maximizing my money so that I can put more money into the stuff that you can actually feel and hold. But you have to understand one thing. A lot of the times, investing in things that you don't hold, so you don't actually own, is what is going to build your wealth to a point where you can buy a load more of the stuff that you can actually hold and actually own. And for those of you with the traditional 401ks, be very careful right now. I know you're comfortable, but really start thinking about rolling a portion of that 401k to a gold IRA to protect yourself. And for those of you that are hardcore stackers, like 100% physical precious metals and no other investments, I get it, man. Our government has created a economy with a bunch of fake currency. I understand why you are so passionate about investing in precious metals. I'm with you, but here's my advice. Start using their own weapon against them. Don't let them discourage you from building your wealth through their fake crap. Build your wealth through their fake crap and then use that fake to buy real money. I hope this gives you a little different perspective. And even if this just helps one person build their wealth, I feel like the time I used to make this video was all worth it. Make sure you subscribe. We got more coming.